Sometimes tennis is a cruel sport. Many players ended their careers but did not achieve everything they wanted to. This is a list of players who did not manage to win a specific tournament or a tournament of a specific level that they wanted to the most. Now, I know that many players could be on this list, but for this list I only chose 8 of them. To qualify to be on this list, a player had to have multiple deep runs on a certain tournament, also multiple losses in the finals. For example, I did not put Pete Sampras on this list because I'm sure that he wanted to win Roland Garros, who wouldn't, but playing 3 quarterfinals and 1 semifinals just was not good enough in compared to some other players on this list. Also, Nadal in Shanghai and Paris-Bercy did not make the list because although he did play 2 finals in Shanghai, he oftentimes skipped those tournaments and they were not as important to him as some other. So now that we know the rules, let's get into the video. Ivan Lendl, all-time great tennis player. 94 titles, 8 Grand Slams. He spent 157 consecutive and 270 total weeks as a ranked number 1. To put that into perspective, only Roger Federer and Jimmy Connors have more consecutive weeks at number 1. Also, he is 4th all-time in weeks total spent as ranked number 1. All these accolades put him in category where players are judged not only by what they did win, but also what they failed to win. And gentlemen, that is a privileged category to be in. 3 Roland Garros titles, 3 US Open titles, 2 Australian Open titles, but no Wimbledon title. It certainly was not for the lack of effort. He played final in 1986 and 1987, but he lost those finals to Becker and Pet Cash, both in straight sets. Although he was twice 1 win away from winning Wimbledon title, looking at those finals, it wasn't really all that close. Probably the reason why he was unsuccessful is that his game was not suitable for grass. Despite his size, Lendl was never a serve and volley player. His game was more based on a heavy hitting of topspin forehands and aggressive, relentless backcourt game. In today's game, he would probably thrive on grass, but for the 80s, he had to settle with 2 finals but no title. Andy Murray is the biggest victim of the Big 3 era. So big, he deserves to be category by himself. The amount of time this man lost Australian Open final is scandalous. 5 finals and no title. That has never happened to anybody. And not just in Australian Open. Across all 4 Grand Slams, there was never a player that lost 5 finals without eventually winning that same Grand Slam. 2010, 11, 13, 15 and 16 were the years where he played and lost the final. In 2010, 11 and 16 he lost in straight sets, and in 13 and 15 he managed to win a set. Unlike Lendl, I don't think that Murray's game was not well suited for Australian Open surface. He just was not good enough. At least good enough for the opponents that he was facing. Roger Federer once and Novak Djokovic 4 times. Man was just unlucky. Just like Charles Barkley and Karl Malone, he went up against the GOAT. Winning Wimbledon is like finding love of your life. Everybody wants to do that, but not everybody gets to. And oh boy, Andy Roddick really did not get to win Wimbledon.
And Bjorn there, I still hope one day that my name will be up there with theirs as a winner of this tournament.
He played and lost 3 finals, 04, 05, 09. All of those finals he played against Roger Federer. Andy Roddick was a heavy hitter, one of the best servers of all time, reliable forehand, but that power and grind did not do well against elegance and talent of Roger Federer. In 2009 final, Roddick had 4 consecutive set points to go 2 sets to love, but failed to convert them. Match dragged deep into the 5th set, which means Roddick did not fall apart. He kept fighting, just like for the entirety of his career, but he failed, which makes this loss all of that more painful. It is a sad situation that Roddick did not get to win his 2nd Grand Slam like some of his contemporaries, like Marat Safin and Leighton Hewitt. Nobody deserves it more than him. But more cruel than life is Roger Federer on the center court of All England Club. As I explained why I did not put Paris and Shanghai in here, there is a tournament that I will, Miami. Nadal lost 5 Miami finals. Miami was a colorful problem for Nadal. Many things went wrong in Miami during his playing days. First, it was a schedule issue, and by that, I don't mean that there is anything wrong with when Miami is being played. It is just, it was unfortunate for Nadal. Just like geographical location can determine wealth and level of development of a country, location of Miami Masters in a calendar year was hurting Nadal's chances to win it. It was played after Indian Wells. That would specifically be a problem later on in his career, but also early on, in 2007 and 2009, he was winning Indian Wells, so it was more difficult to continue his run in Miami as well. In 2013, after winning Indian Wells, he even cancelled Miami. After 2007, he did not play in Miami, although he was in great form 2 weeks prior in Indian Wells, having deep runs in 2019 and 2022. Second problem were opponents, of course. It was Federer in 2005, Djokovic in 2011, then Djokovic again in 2014, and then Federer again in 2017. As you can see, both of those players were in their prime, and both of those players had a better score on hard court than Nadal. But it is the third opponent that makes this part of the problem colorful, and that is Nikolai Davydenko. He was a great player. In the final of 2008, he beat Nadal 6-4, 6-2. Interestingly enough, he beat him in Shanghai final as well, year after that. Because of my desperate need to put everything in categories, because otherwise my teeny tiny little brain would not be able to comprehend the basic silhouettes of reality, I'll be putting next two players in the same category. Never winning Masters 1000 tournament, although one of those players objectively had a better and also longer career than the other. But first one is Mardy Fish. Mardy Fish won 6 titles, reached number 7 in the rankings, but never won Masters 1000 tournament. He played 4 finals on 3 different tournaments, but came up short every time. And honestly, from all the players that I named so far in this video, his story is the saddest. But don't worry, don't go anywhere, because the last story is the saddest of them all. First of all of the 4 finals he lost were in 3 sets. Whether he was a set up or set down, he always found his way into the 3rd set, and he lost every time. Second, he always ran into the players that were in great form in the middle of a strong run. Roddick was in the middle of historic run by winning Canada, Cincinnati, and US Open.
It's over the last year or so, and I can really see that he's working hard, and it's hard to try to kick someone's ass who you like so much, you know, so it's tough. So, good job, Marty with the D.
Only one of the 3 players to do that. Djokovic came in Indian Wells in 2008 after winning his first Grand Slam in Australian Open. 2011 Djokovic, I don't even have to explain. And 2010 against Federer, who was world number 1 at that time. After his last final in 2011, he had one more season being ranked around top 20, top 30 before his career came to an end. A career that deserved to be crowned with Masters 1000 title. Gael Monfils is athletic, he's entertaining, he's liked by everybody, and he's a bit unlucky. When you look at his career, 13 titles and career high 6, all that is missing is Masters 1000 title. Every time he came close, somebody different was there to ruin things for him. He played 3 finals, but Djokovic, Soderling and Nadal left him with a plate. Whether he was up 2 sets to love against Federer and still lost the match, whether it was his inability to beat Djokovic or simply winning Masters 1000 tournament, it seemed like he was unable to elevate his game to the next level. Which was too bad, because at his best he showed very high level skill set, and also it was very easy to cheer for him or feel bad for him when he failed. Italian player with career high rank 27 is just like us regular tennis fans. He never won a singles ATP title. We are all potito starace. He did win 6 double titles, so at least that. I remember watching him in Umag final in 2010. I remember how disappointed he was during the trophy ceremony. Clay court specialist with especially sad finals record. But if we're all potito starace, trust me, nobody wants to be this next guy. Why do set destinies exist? What are they trying to teach us? What is their purpose in our lives? I don't know, but Julien Benneteau lost 10 ATP singles finals, and if the grief of those losses did not turn him into a philosopher, he did not make the best out of the situation. Casablanca, Lyon, Kitzbühel, Marseille, Winston-Salem, Sydney, Kuala Lumpur, Rotterdam, Kuala Lumpur, Kuala Lumpur, and nothing. Half of those losses were in 3 sets, but no success. Just like Starace, Benneteau did found success in doubles. Actually, he was an excellent doubles player. He even won Roland Garros, but titles in singles was out of his reach. Okay, that's it, that's the list. Those are the 8 players that I named. If you want to add something or leave a comment, please feel free to do so, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.